Yo, what's the word, everybody? Today is Wednesday, I think. It's my Friday. Took Thursday, Friday off, like I said, to work on the truck. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. As much as I don't want to, it's very cold outside. I'm suited up. I brought my bib home from work, so hopefully the Carhartt get me right. Shout out to them. But I think I'm just gonna start with just getting it draining. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug on the sump and pray to God that I have enough drain pan to catch it and not make a mess. And then just let it drain all the way overnight. And then we'll get started on it tomorrow, clean it up really good. And then, set our plug and whatnot and pull the Jesus Christ, the pump off. And just do all of that stuff. I might record that, I might not, I don't know, we'll see. But anywho, before I got into doing that, I just wanted to give a small update on the truck. Absolute wiring nightmare and mess in here. There's stuff all over the place, but I just really had it laid out and just started connecting stuff to really see what works and what doesn't. I had the screen hooked up. I just had it propped up here. I did buy an insert for that to flush mount it off a guy off of Facebook. Hopefully it's not a scam and it comes through. It's supposed to show up like Friday or something like that. So that would be cool. I might have Isaiah come back over here and weld it in for me since, I like doing the whole house visit stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really like putting my vehicle in other people's care because, accidents happen, things happen. Stuff gets stolen and something like this, I don't have insurance on it yet. So if this thing gets taken, I am overly screwed. A lot of money. So I like to have it here and I'll get the work done still. So I don't know, we'll see. I do love Chava's work though. The man is a wizard. That is the one that did my firewall. So we shall see. But anywho, we have an ignition switch. You can turn it on. The Holley turns on. I pulled the fuse for the airbag setup just to save on power. I did end up buying a new battery. The Holley does turn on, but I also ordered me a CAN cable that goes from CAN to USB because I don't honestly want to use the small touchscreen that it comes with to set it up and do all of that stuff. I think it's kind of annoying and I don't want to keep it. I have the big screen, so that's the only screen I want to have. I don't want to have two. So I bought the setup, hopefully that will work and allow me to use my laptop like how I did on the Camaro. And we will go from there and start messing with it and such. But other than that, I pretty much got it sorted out, figured out. The only thing that's not done right now, I guess, is the fuel sensor. But honestly, I'm not really too pressed about that right now. That can be done later. So that is that. It'll have to be extended anyways because we're probably gonna put the regulator over here and then, for it to plug in and we'll get into that stuff later. But anywho, that's where we're at. That's what we got going on. Had to bring in some more wiring and stuff. So ready to clean out. Dude, I hate this. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this part. It looks like crap. I wanna tear it all out so bad, but my boy, Munchie, he just reminded me, hey, it's just temporary. Clean it up when you know that it works. So I have to make it work first and then we can start cleaning stuff up. So until then, it's gotta stay hideous and ugly. Sorry guys. But that's pretty much that. Short update on the V. I called the shop today. They said that they have a rear cradle already. The suspension parts are gonna pull from the same place they got the cradle from. And they're hoping to have the rest of the suspension parts by Monday at the latest. And then they'll start throwing all that stuff on, get it driving again. And then they can go ahead and start doing the body work. And then, then she'll be done. So that was sort of good news for once. That was nice to hear. That's pretty much that. Also might have found a workaround for registering the car. I'm not gonna say that is it just yet because things always happen in my life if you have not paid attention yet. So we're gonna try to give it a shot maybe and look into doing that soon. I gotta find somebody that can help me with the process though, because I need a police officer. So more to come on that. I'll let you guys know. But that's the update on the V. And like I said, I'm about to get started on the truck. So it's just draining fuel today. Nothing crazy, nothing worth recording. And it is dumb cold out there. So I probably won't record much of this, to be honest, but I'll try. But I'm gonna stop yapping. I gotta empty this. So I have full, I have 2 of these empty just in case. Because I tried to run it down as much as I can, but I don't know how much fuel is in that thing. So yeah, wish me luck. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me over this thing idling. I am late, I gotta go. But we'll start off with the 51. So we are slammed. Check us out. Nuts. Got my butt kicked for this, by the way. This was not fun to do, figure out. It's still not 100%. Well, Jesus, I guess passenger? Over there. That corner over there is leaking air pretty good. So I gotta pull it back apart and see why. So with that being said, I couldn't get the system to calibrate as it should, the 3P. So I was able to air it up and down manually. I had to hold like both sides up and down, you know, to do that or whatever for the corners and stuff and whatnot. It's just a mess in here. Don't judge. But the Holley is wired up and works. The screen also works. My insert for that is supposed to show up today, now that I think about it. So I need to keep my eye out for that. We got our Harley Hornets back. My bad. I don't know if I went over that. Shout out to my boy Munch. Got us right. Extended that plug. Looks great. It's all ran all over it. We got a working starter. All that wiring's done. So you hit the switch, it will bump the starter over. That's pretty much it. Like I said, got my butt kicked. Putting the bags on this thing and running the lines. And I gotta figure out something with these rear fenders. The fitment is not good, but I also am removing the rear brakes on this. So we might be saved, because when all of that is removed, I think the wheels will sit in enough to not touch the fenders like they have been. So I have to test that out, try that out at a later time. Her truck just got cleaned up, just finished. Shout out to my boy, the Detail Plug, Las Vegas. My boy Sheldon gets us right every single time. Thing looks great. Cleans up very, very well. Not much on a work front for this thing. It's just been gas and go, thank God. That's what I need right now in my life. Moving on to the clapper. So as you can see, we got stuff down here on the ground. And okay, thank God, that's all I had to check. Anywho, yeah, we made quite a bit of a mess. So HOA, if you're watching this, sorry. But anyways, I got the sump and stuff back all together. And then we did, basically I pulled everything apart and I cleaned all the fittings. I tried that compound stuff that I was telling you guys about. I put it on everything and I let it cure. It's still curing. I have not put fuel in it yet. So we'll probably do that later on tonight, but a car's being dropped off later on tonight. C7 for some headers. We'll see if it actually happens. If it does, then, you know, I'll record that and whatnot. But that's pretty much what we got going on. So I do, by the end of the night, need to put some fuel in that thing, get it back running and driving, bleed the system, and then so that I can move around. I can have my own transportation again. And then the air leak on this, I'll get to it when I get to it. Just busy with everything else. I've been spending a lot of money. I need to start making money, so you can wait. And yeah, like I said, I gotta go pick her up, so I gotta get out of here. But that's gonna end off this video. Catch y'all later.